Hi, I'm Joan Newcomb, and today's morning musings is Not Everyone Wants to Change. I'm doing a series of daily morning musings, and I'm using posts from my blog, Adventures in Density and Effort, as inspiration. Now, I wrote these posts a while back, and the world has completely transformed since then. So if I encounter anything as I am reading the post to you that is out of date, I will interrupt myself and give you the most recent information. If necessary, at the end, I will give you a summary of the topic in relation to what's going on in the world today. Also, I have some special offers for you, so stay tuned to the very end to see what they are. Not everyone wants to change. In family groups, I often see one person feels like they must have been adopted. They just don't fit in with everyone else. Energetically, they are pioneers. They're here to help consciousness move forward. They're meant to be on a leading edge. The rest of the family members are there to continue the family patterns. There's no good or bad to this, but often both sides are seen through those particular judgments. The one who's different must have had something wrong with them because they don't want to go into the family business. From the other perspective, the rest of the family must be nuts because they all are still fervently religious. Sometimes the one who is different ends up having problems that people can point their fingers at. Sometimes the family that's left is filled with icky secrets. There are those who grow up in abusive or alcoholic families that go on to create healthy families of their own. There are those who go on to spend the rest of their lives in prison. Stepping back and looking at the expanded picture, it's just one is moving outside the family circle and it changes the configuration. It can trigger people's survival stuff because originally the family was needed to survive, but maybe getting away from the family was the only way to truly survive. In talking with someone who works in a homeless shelter, I became aware of the same movement of energy on a bigger spectrum. There are those who stay on welfare for generations, and there are those who are there for a time and manage to move on. Not everyone wants to change, and not everyone is meant to change, and not everyone is capable of change. Even if they're unhappy and they complain, underneath it all, they're content with their misery. Narcissism is an incurable personality disorder because the person can't look at themselves. You have to be able to look at yourself in order to be able to change. Abusive men rarely improve because they feel entitled to treat their wives or children this way. That sense of entitlement is very difficult to shift. From the point of view of the ones who are on the leading edge, this is incomprehensible because they're born to be the light bringers, the ones to help consciousness evolve, to help raise the vibration of consciousness in the collective. But it's all part of this wonderful game on Playground Earth. There are the scouts, the pioneers, and the settlers, and each one has an important part to play in the marvelous, multicolored, and multidimensional interweaving of energy. So stop trying to make others change, either pulling them back into the fold or trying to pull them out. Inspire only those who are inspirable. Shine your light for those who want to see it, and not those who squint and whine that it hurts their eyes. Move forward in your own unique way without resisting how others are living their lives, and you'll find your life much more enjoyable. And I have an updated perspective since then because I tend to see myself as a light bringer. I was born to break the family patterns and help move consciousness forward. So I had no problem leaving the family, moving 3,000 miles away and going into aspects of life that other people couldn't fathom. So light bringers are really the scouts or the pioneers. But those people who are the settlers, which are the ones that take that vibration and solidify it into form, they're the ones who create the banks and the schools and really help develop the towns and the cities. Those people are also innate healers. They're the ones who create a safe place for us to learn and grow. And often you will find people who are light bringers getting into relationship with people who are those healers because they need each other. The light bringers need someone to help ground things into form. So you see a lot of artists aren't able to create unless they've got someone who helps ground them into form. And those healers can get themselves really stuck in, mired in the density and effort of it all. So they really need light bringers to help bring the light. And ultimately, we're all trying to learn how to balance both of those things in ourselves. And the last thing I'll say on this topic, which is all about some people want to stay stuck, from the perspective of consciousness, we're all having multiple experiences in multiple different lifetimes all at once. So the person in front of you who is being so stuck is simultaneously having a lifetime, which is being the big catalyst for change in another environment. It's all what we're experiencing right here and now. Some of us are settling, some of us are expanding. There's no good or bad to it. So notice what's going on in your life. Notice if you are struggling with someone who's the exact opposite of who you are, and see if a shift in perspective makes it a lot easier. And leave me a comment below and let me know what's going on. I love reading your comments. And if you like these videos, please give a thumbs up and like them. And also please click on the bell icon to subscribe. And that way you tell YouTube to share this in more places and it gets it out there to someone who really needs to see this. And if you want a free sample of one of my consciousness techniques, click on the link below to the skybox technique. It'll give you an expanded perspective of what's going on in your life and give you more solutions to it. And if you want to learn how to do this for yourself, click on the link below to Manifesting Money and Miracles. It is my self-study course that teaches you how to run specific frequencies to create money and miracles in your own life. And if you want to know more, go to my website, joan-newcomb.com. I do individual sessions where I take a look at the essence of who you are and what's going on in your life today. I can answer any questions that you might have. I can take a look at what's coming up in the future. I can take a look at relationships. I can take a look at jobs. If you're moving houses, I can also talk to dead people, and I can answer any questions that you have. And I can also help you shift some energetic frequencies if you want. And I record it all just for you. And if you want to learn how to do this all for yourself, Manifesting Money and Miracles is a great primer and prepares you for my coaching program where I work with you one-on-one and give you specific advanced consciousness techniques so that you can transform your life. So go to my website, joan-newcomb.com, and I'll see you tomorrow in another Morning Musings.